Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about the most flattering makeup colors for women with gray hair. Are you ready? Let's get this beauty started. So we're going to start off with the fact that a lot of you might be going through a gray hair journey now. So you are with dyed hair and you're with gray hair, or you are just now further along and feeling a little bit more confident, a little bit better, or you have reached your final destination of having the silver hair, the white hair, the gray hair. Everybody's journey is different. And I've always said that the journey is so beautiful because you're going to experience it one time. You're not going to redo it unless you dye your hair and then decide to go through it again. But your first initial journey is going to be so beautiful because you're learning so much about yourself. It is a transition. It is evolving. Your beauty's evolving. It's not changing. I personally thought it was a very special time because I was only going to have these pictures of this transition at this time. And how did I feel? And I really grew from this experience. I was so uncomfortable, didn't know what I was doing half the time. I thought I was crazy. I thought, I wonder what it's gonna look like, because I had such black hair and such white hair. I just really sat with how uncomfortable I felt and I watched myself grow. And that's the whole point. So if you rush through it, and I know a lot of women wanna do this, and that's fine too. I'm just saying, when you rush through something and you push it and you don't experience this journey, you really miss out. And I will always have that opinion. You miss out. I mean, granted, it's not for everybody, but you really miss out. You miss out on the experience of the growth and of the pushing yourself forward and saying, you know what, I can do this. It's just hair. It's just a color or non-color. We put so much emphasis on this, but it does change your makeup and you do have to alter. When I had like the black hair and then I had the white hair, I was like, what part of my makeup do I do? Do I just stick with the dark hair down here? I'm still the color, or do I go with the silver, which was taking over the majority of my hair? So I was really perplexed because I thought, oh, I still want to use the colors I know, but they're really not working anymore. So that's what I really want to talk to you about, ladies. I want you to feel confident about the colors you choose now that you have the gray hair, the silver hair, the white hair. Maybe it's all grand. Maybe you have 7 colors in your hair and you're not so sure. I say really stick with this if you want to say rule. What makes you feel beautiful and really looks good when you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I really look good. That's what I want you to concentrate on. But I'm going to give you some pointers. I have 5 pointers for you. So we're going to start with number 1. My first tip is to add bronzer into your makeup routine. And there are tons of bronzers on the market, ladies. There's liquid, there's solids, there's all different types of hues. So there's some that are more honey, some that are more orange, yellow. You just got to find the right bronzer. And sometimes it'll take a little bit. It is trial and error, but I have been using and found success with the Chanel one that I've showed you. It's larger, so you can use it on your body too. You can bring it down on the neck and décolleté, but it's a solid. And I find that you get better application. You're in more control of adding color to the face when it comes to a bronzer. Bronzers look really beautiful on everyone when you get the right color, because it's like you're sun-kissed. I mean, who doesn't want to look like they just went to the French Riviera? I mean, I love that. I love adding that bronzer. I love adding the warmth to my skin. So I just use this angle brush. This is from NARS, actually. I think I've been saying Hourglass. This is from NARS. It is angled. And so basically I just tap in here and then I'll go under. So I'm pretty fair right now, just with not a lot of color. I have a little color on my cheeks, but I want to bronze up my skin. So I will go underneath my cheekbone here. I'll go on the jawline just to give it some definition. And then like where the sun naturally hits you is where you want to concentrate on. So I'll go up to the top here, go over here, and just warm up the skin. So this is a really great tip because gray hair will wash you out. You've got to add the color back in, and bronzers are a really key way to doing that. My second tip is shades of pink, and that goes for eyeshadow, that goes for blush, that goes for lips, and it just really brightens up the face. You cannot go wrong with pink. Pink and silver look so beautiful together. I've done these sparkly, beautiful sequin dresses with the pink lip or just that really beautiful pink eyeshadow. And I show this on my Fierce Aging series. Like I show you with the pink lip, I show you with the eyeshadow. I have a Fresh Beauty eyeshadow palette that's really light and pink, and it's just really fresh. And that's what I really like for the ladies. I like to pop the eye. I want to see a little bit of that sheen. And don't be afraid of sheen. I'm not talking about micro glitter. I'm not talking about glitter. I'm talking about sheen. I want to pop that lid because I want to have that freshness. And that's really what I go for. So there's a couple different palettes that I really think look beautiful when it comes to silver and gray hair. I have one that's called Not Overlooked. It's almost like a pink cashmere in this middle here. I did drop it just now, so it's about to come apart. But this is a really wonderful one. It's called Not Overlooked because ladies, when you have gray hair, you're not overlooked. It's a state of mind. If you think that you're overlooked, you're going to be overlooked. You're not overlooked. It's an attitude. So I came out with a palette called Not Overlooked because I felt that it was really apropos for us ladies that, you know, kind of felt like that, getting older, going gray, what have you. It's new territory. And I wanted you to feel confident. And so when you wear this palette, you're like, you know what? She's right. So then I have Naughty Nancy, which was from my aunt's video. We named this palette after her, going into more of the pinky purple, the mauve-y colors. Really, really pretty also. Really brings life to the eyes. And then if you want to do something that's just all matte, my mom's palette, we called it Sweet Carol. She has more of that taupe and that ballerina pink. And this is almost like a brown, little bit of tinge of purple to it, but deep, deep. So it's really like a mulberry. It's really a beautiful palette, all matte. If you're looking for something like that, that brings beautiful color, but it's not over the top. And with the eyes being in that nice pinky hue, what have you, take it down on the cheeks and do the same thing. I have a palette called Ageless, 3 different beautiful, like petally pink blushes, high pigment, really bringing life to the face. I mean, just a little bit on the cheeks, ladies, really gives you that freshness. You want to look like you took a brisk walk and then you have that flush, you know? You don't want it to be over the top. Pink looks beautiful on the cheeks. And then when it comes to the lips, I have a couple different ones I've showed on my Fierce Aging. I put on Actually I Can with Sandra. She was in her 80s. So beautiful. It was really just popped her lip. It was just a very pretty petally pink here. Not too bright, not too nude, really pretty. Or you can go in with Franny. That's going to give you just a little bit more color also. You'll see that these are just really pretty, like your everyday pink lip. So when in doubt, pick a beautiful pink lip or pink on the cheeks, or you can do a really beautiful pink eyeshadow. My third tip is to kind of dabble in the champagne colors. So it's a little bit warmer. You get a little bit of that nice sparkle, and I'm going to talk to you about that. It's more sparkly, not super glittery. And I tend to go every day, and I can use it at night too, is my Bottled Blonde. And this has been my go-to palette for, I don't know, over 10 years now. So you're going to see that it has this kind of taupey, still almost in like the warm family, if you will, but not really. Nice sheen, tiny bit of pink under hue for the lightest color. And then you've got into the browns here for the darkest, can be used wet as a liner. This I sometimes use just on my eye, just by itself. I can actually just put it over. I have a neutral palette on now. I can just top it over on the eye and give a little bit of that sheen. It's not too much, but this is what I'm talking about with popping the eye. So you can do that with a little bit of a Bottled Blonde palette. Or I have mentioned this before in the videos when I'm doing makeup tutorials, I found that you can do, like this is from Flower Beauty at the drugstore. This was really neat. It's a Chrome Crush pressed pigments. You can literally do the same thing if you wanted to, and you can see this like a beautiful champagne color. It just brings that life to the face. It's just so pretty, kind of warms up your face just a little bit. And you can do that just on the lid. Tom Ford has some really beautiful ones too. I wanted to give you options as a drugstore one. And then this is just a cream for the eyes. This is Platinum. Same, you can see it's a little bit deeper. Just looks beautiful on the eye. So experiment with doing something that is, this one too, sorry, this one's from, this is called Grace from Stila. It's very pretty. It is a liquid also, and you can just swipe this on, work it in, and then put mascara on and go. You're going to see just that beautiful color lifting the face, making it pop, but not being over the top. It's still going to be natural, but you're getting really beautiful color and not looking so washed out. My third tip is bright berries. So you might think that having gray hair or silver hair, you have to shy away from real color, and it's really quite the contrary. You want to have that beautiful berry lip or that cheek. It's really beautiful. I have some really wonderful ones that I want to show you, whether it's going on the eye. I did want to show you the Tom Ford palette that we had, that you'll see these beautiful pinks. This is a really wonderful palette called Rose. This one is a little bit more pricier. I buy it when it's on sale, but this is a really nice combo that you have there. Or you can go into, I got a lot of compliments on this palette here. It's really a lot deeper. It's a very different kind of combo of colors. You see that this is like this beautiful purple here. But then when you're talking about the cheeks and going into brighter colors, this one from NARS called Scandalous. You have a cream, really nice creamy blush here. It's really pretty because you can wash it out, get it to be really nice and sheer, but you've got that color. You can see how beautiful that looks. Again, we have our Palm Beach and our Cheeky if you wanted something that was just a little bit lighter and not too much on the cheek. But if you're looking for more color and you want to have something really pop, this is also called Freedom. It's an Air Matte Blush from NARS. And then there's a couple other things. You'll see this one is kind of like our Palm Beach. So it's a little bit more apricot, deeper, just kind of muted. And then you can also go in with deeper ones like this berry color called Cheeky from Merit. This is really nice too. So you could also add in a lot of berry colors on the lips, the cheeks, and that's really going to revive your look. And my last tip, of course, you know I'm going to say this, is a bold red lip. It's not for everybody, but it does lend to be a very classic lip. And if you can do it, there's multiple different ways to do it. I've told you you can do a stain. You don't have to do a full-blown lipstick or a matte lipstick or a gloss. And if you have a hard time with your lipstick staying on and not going everywhere, feathers all over, you have to get yourself an invisible lip liner. We sell these. This is an invisible lip liner. It gives a border to your lip. So basically you put that on first and then you put on your lipstick because it gives it that border where it's not going to keep feathering out. It almost holds it in to the lip area, or you can fill in those lines. So it gives that filler that you're not going to have the lipstick going in there. So a lot of different colors. You know, I've mentioned Dragon Girl before. It's a very beautiful. I want to just show you these so you can see the different range. You can go into a nice deep, you can go into more of a peachy red, you can go into more of a brighter, depends on what you want. I like a classic red lip with Chanel Pirate number 99. It's going to give you a little moisture. It looks really beautiful on the lip, but this is classic. You can just do mascara, do a little bronzer. You can even bronze up your eyelids with your bronzer, put on a classic red lip. You can blot it off if you want to and still really have that classic look, but it's bringing such sophistication to your face. You have that white hair now, that silver hair brings the color in. It's something to experiment with. I always have told you ladies that you could put on the red lip and be vacuuming and see how you feel, right? Okay, I have housework to do today. I'm gonna put on a red lip and just see how I feel. When I catch a glimpse in the mirror, am I gonna be shocked or am I gonna start getting used to seeing color on my face? It's a very hard transition to go from I don't wear a red lip, I've never worn a red lip or anything near it, to just wearing a red lip and saying, okay, I'm fine with it. You have to transition into it. You might start off with a stain. You might start putting it on and then blotting it off and saying, okay, you know what? I'm comfortable. No one's gonna see me today. I'm getting used to it. I'm feeling more confident. Or finding maybe like Burt's Bee has really nice sheer berry colors or red. Like start getting used to adding that color into the lips on multiple different formulations. You don't have to go a full-bodied red lipstick, but I do want you experimenting with color on the face, berry lips, berry cheeks, not all at one time. Just pick and choose what you want to really focus on, but adding the pink to the eyes, doing the bronzer. Maybe you've never done bronzer before. These are really great ways of very flattering colors. And one that I really do want to mention to you is coral. I have on a coral lip right now. I almost forgot. The coral lip is so beautiful. My combo that I always wear in my makeup tutorials or in these videos is going to be one of 3 products, all 3 products, or 2 products. So I either use Chanel number 416, which is called Cocoa. Such a beautiful color. I'm wearing like a neutral eye and then I'm bringing out the color in my lips with the coral. I don't feel you can go wrong with coral ever, no matter what skin tone you have. I top it with Defiance because, of course, you know, having gray hair, you're being defiant against all of society and what they say about gray hair. So this is a great lip gloss to put over, gives you that a little bit of that shine, kind of brings it down a little bit. Or I'll be using Beach House, and that's going to be more of a pinky coral. This is what Beach House looks like. So if you want something that's just a little bit more of a lighter, not so warm, you can go with Beach House and you can line it with Poppy that we have. The nice thing about Poppy is that this is our coral lip liner. It's so pigmented, you can use it as a lipstick and then just put Defiance over or a clear gloss over. So I am so partial to coral. I love it. It always reminds me of like resort season. And I just think it always looks really, really beautiful and gives you that pop, but not being reds, not being berries, not being too pink. It's kind of like that neutral in between. Bordering the warm and the cool side, if you will. So ladies, do you have a favorite color that you discovered by being gray or transitioning that you're kind of surprised about? Like, oh, I never thought I would wear that color, or I can't believe I'm doing this. I thought I would never be able to do this with my makeup. I would love to hear from you below in the comments. And ladies, until my next video, I'll see you later.